So right now we have Betty
Keene.
Miller.
Yeah. Oh, is it Betty Keene? Is it Catherine?
Damn, Ray is Betty Miller. Karen.
Hold on. It's
Yeah.
Betty DuPont Miller.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of picked up on the vibe that she was like, I guess. You know what I mean? But she was like feeling more so Betty Miller. Because that thing's too long anyway for the damn subtitles, for the title. You know what I mean? Karen's going to get this little much and Betty going to be all over the damn screen. She's going to be on the Bro-RantZ side.
Right.
So we got Betty Miller and
Karen Keene.
Bro, why you said it like Karen Keene?
Karen Keene.
Gosh damn it.
Let's do it again.
We have Pine. Is it Pine or Piney?
No, it's Pine.
Piney?
Paranormal
Is it
investigators.
Piney? Because it's got that hyphen in the middle?
I think they do it on purpose to make it look. So you don't just say pine. It's like you say.
So it's Piney? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We should ask him.
We should ask him. So we have P-I-N-E. Paranormal investigators of
New England.
Betty Miller and
Karen Keene.
that was much better, man. It rolled off the lips. Yes, Betty Miller and Karen Keene here again, once again on Bro-RantZ, and they actually have things they can share with us.
Yes, I'm so glad they brought videos for us.
Videos with sound evidence, and we like things we can sort of touch and see.
Yeah, because it adds to the substance of, the paranormal and excitement, and sometimes we don't believe things we don't see. So
Exactly, and not only that, it just adds to content. It adds to viewership.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm shallow, bro. If it helps the damn channel, I'm all for it.
Bro-RantZ.
Exactly. Like, subscribe,
and share.
and comment. Yes. Sorry to interrupt. Footage you're getting ready to watch will be premiered for the first time. You'll have to watch damn near to the end of this episode to see it. Let me put this into context. We actually got the evidence or the footage after conducting an interview. See, Pine had to reach out to their client, grant us permission to use it for this episode. So we had to wait a little bit. First, first time seeing, I didn't know what to think. Raymond and I were like, oh, okay, cool. But after putting it into context and going over the interview and realizing what we were told, and you come to realize, whoa, if this is authentic and legitimate, this is the most amazing footage ever to be seen. Now, there may be skeptics, and that's cool, but the source that we're getting it from, which seemed to be a credible source. This is going to be a world premiere. We hope you guys enjoy the footage, I guess. And let you read it.
Okay.
Hey, we can hear you.
We can hear you now. You can't see you.
Hey.
Now we can't see you. It's like, it's hit or miss.
There we go.
There we go. Oh my gosh. How's it going?
Welcome back.
You guys can't see us? Can you see us? Can you see us?
Okay.
Okay,
Look
cool.
at you all Christmassy.
I know. My wife's got it already. She's like, she goes out like we've skipped everything except for Christmas.
It went from
Awesome.
Halloween to Christmas.
Yes. Well, we skipped Halloween. We didn't have Halloween. Oh, no. You and I had Halloween with the damn pumpkin.
Yeah, we did.
We celebrated
Right.
Halloween, but she didn't. She skipped Thanksgiving and everything. Speaking of,
What do you mean the damn pumpkin? What happened?
oh no. Well,
we
Carve a
just
pumpkin? Did you throw a pumpkin?
no, we didn't
No.
do anything with the pumpkin. But once the pumpkin was done for the prop, it was tossed back in the garage.
right. It was
Aw.
Yeah. So I
Happy
dumped
holidays.
it. Happy holidays as well.
So how was Thanksgiving? Did you cook?
Oh.
Did the ghost cook?
No.
No.
Small here, only two of us with a Zoom monitor going. And
Oh,
Yeah.
got you.
I
I was.
felt like it was like Land of the Misfit Toys. Like, okay.
Oh, really?
You're allowed to come. We have a lot of rules in our state right now. So,
Oh, yes,
no
right.
dual
Limited.
households,
Yeah.
none of that.
So,
Wow.
So what are you saying? You had no one at Thanksgiving for you?
They had to Zoom it.
You had a Zoom Thanksgiving.
We had 6 people.
You had
it
6
was
people.
huge.
Look, she had 6
Huge.
people.
Gotcha.
She had more than
Gotcha.
6 people. Karen's over there breaking rules. She had like 20 people at her damn house.
Oh God. And God
We had
forbid you
6
post
people.
anything on social media.
Hey, there
No
you
way.
go.
She's like, we had 6 people. Yeah. Betty, you had 2 people, huh?
Yeah, just myself and my husband.
See, I believe Betty because she seems like she walks that narrow road
Why? Why you think that?
of least.
She has that look.
She seems
Very
like a
straight.
huh?
Very straight.
You seem like it, like very straight laced, and then your counterpart just seems like she breaks the rules. Like
Yeah. She's a wild thing.
she was like, "Oh, I can only have 6 people here." Ha! See what-
Remember I told you I went to Catholic school?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Oh, trouble after
So
that.
it just
Complete
ruined
trouble.
everything. How was the Zoom food?
Interesting.
Interesting. Was that
Yeah.
weird? It would have been weird.
It was. Everybody had to show their plate.
Oh,
Turkey thighs.
That sounds very weird.
sounds very
It
boring.
is,
It sounds
but-
boring. Yeah.
It was.
It's like show and tell. Now you show Grammy what you made. Here,
here's
Grammy.
here's the pie.
Oh, Peter, show it closer. Let's see it. Yeah, it sounds weird. Sounds weird.
Hey, by the way,
I'm sorry.
when you guys were here last time, you discussed you were going to be going to a dealership.
Yeah, your husband's
husband's
dealership.
It got postponed due to our COVID rules amped up. No
Damn it.
gatherings.
No
Damn.
guy.
So it's on pause until our numbers go down.
Oh, got you.
Yep.
But we did go to New Hampshire.
But we went to New Hampshire.
Yeah,
And we
I-
sent you some cool.
Yes, you did.
did, yeah.
I'm gonna put all those on display in post. But yes,
Speaking of that, so did you get like is that a residential home?
Yes.
Okay,
It
so
was actually an apartment, the 3 apartments in one, like more Victorian or older style home.
Okay. And so in the video, you want to take us through it real fast about what happened?
Was it one of the clips that I sent you?
yes,
Yes.
That well, Karen, is that the one where Karen? I sent you several, but one where Karen asked if we should do another podcast with you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. We felt kind of offended. You had to ask the dead.
Just so
You
you know,
were
by the
cool.
end of the night, you run out of things to talk to ghosts
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
happens.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Oh, that's what it was.
No.
Oh, what had happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it. Cool.
You don't think about it. You go on a first date, you run out of things. That's not the end of it. And plus, it's probably, 1 in the morning? We're
Yeah,
like,
and
what?
we're like tired.
We're
Yeah.
not getting any responses at all,
Yeah.
personally. So I'm like, well, we have to do this podcast. Should we do it?
Yeah.
And we got an answer. It was
Holy
crazy.
crap! Yeah, I think you would. I think what the ghost did was it was like,
Another podcast interview. What's your opinion, Obvious? What's your opinion, Obvious?
what you guys are imposing on my privacy, and you know what? Yeah, let's torch you guys. Yeah, do the podcast.
Yes.
Like,
Just-
okay.
Just leave.
I mean, not that we were thinking about bailing.
No,
Got you.
But
no, it's a pleasure. It's our honor, our pleasure.
Oh.
Got you. Oh well.
So how long were you there at the house, at the apartment?
Ooh.
we arrived at 5:30 in the evening, and we probably departed 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did go out for dinner in between after setting up. Though.
Oh really? Oh, so you just
Which we do.
And just let the cameras run
to see if
because
anything
sometimes
happens.
you get- yeah.
And we actually did. We got vocals and a few things happening in that block of time that we weren't in the building, which is nice, you know.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
it's
was that
good just to-
was that one of the quickest you guys have ever got a response from a ghost as far as the setup and everything? Because you said from 5 to 1 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yeah, 5 to 1.
Yeah. No, you mean like, do we normally get that many? We got a lot.
Yeah.
Do we
Well,
normally get
well. Do you
many?
normally get anything that quickly?
Sometimes we've gotten stuff within 5 minutes of being there.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've had activity happen within arriving, maybe within 30 minutes, a bunch of stuff, and then 0 the rest of the night.
Got
We've
you.
had that happen.
Got you.
Was that the only thing he answered to? Was that going on our podcast?
No, and the
No.
bottle of wine.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what can I go do to get a drink around here? And we're thinking that nobody, like, we were so disappointed in the night because we thought nothing was happening all night long.
Yeah.
And just no, personal experiences, no interaction. We thought, wow, this is too bad because it was supposed to be really active, and then it just, it was popping left and right when we're listening to the review, and it's like, geez, it's even asking for a bottle of wine,
I know, that's crazy. I mean, very, very clear too. Which
and that's long. You don't normally get a long
thing like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this must have been a strong ghost or spirit.
Yeah.
May I ask,
think
like,
there were at least two in there
two
that
of
we
them?
captured. We got female. That was a female voice.
Yeah.
that wanted the alcohol, that wanted the wine?
Yeah, and she was asking for help all night. Like, we kept saying, what can we do for you and all this, and she's like, help.
She's
But
like,
oh, got nothing. We got nothing.
Then bottle of wine.
I know. I'm like, did
okay,
she die
give
with
me
her
a-
spouse? Like, gosh, damn. I was gonna say, what? Not getting too specific into your client. What made them contact you as far as the ghost? Was it a malevolent ghost, or was it a friend? They were just curious about noises or anything they were hearing.
Well, the whole thing started when she is in an area where there's a lot of people. She wanted to protect herself. She has a lot of cameras, a lot of security cameras. She probably has 5 in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Damn.
And she was noticing, and her cameras only hit when there's movement. So she was noticing a few small things, movement of objects, things seemed not right. So she started looking at her cameras, and she caught probably the best full body apparition we have ever seen. And it was captured on two cameras had on 2 separate times, very similar stance, height, clothing.
Wow.
And then another one where she was in the building and you see the same figure kind of dive out behind her in a hallway and dive back. She swears solid. She swears she doesn't know who it is. The moment she lives alone, she gets in her, she locks her door. I interviewed her in person. I went all the way to this location, which is over an hour away, interviewed her in person, felt she was legit.
Yeah.
When we did interview her the night of, she answered questions honestly, didn't seem like she knew how to manipulate cameras at all.
Yeah.
Because we even asked her.
You always got to think about that.
Yeah, because we thought, boy, can you put together a video reel of all your captures? She goes, I wouldn't even know how to do that. And based on what we saw, this would take a little bit of technique to put it together.
Yeah.
We believed her. And so we still believe her to this point after going there. Unfortunately, we didn't capture it, but to ultimately answer your question was, she got stuff on a security camera. She believed it was paranormal. She asked for us to take a look at it. And I don't know if you remember from the last time, it's sort of out of our jurisdiction, I would say.
Yeah.
But it was too good to be true, honestly.
Yeah, we weren't going to pass it
We
up
weren't
to
going to
somebody
pass
else.
it up. So
I mean,
we
this
thought-
thing it was super creepy, this figure, because I forgot what movie it was, where it starts off where the couple's in bed and then a figure is like over them, like standing, but going back and forth like this.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's like super straight like this and going back and forth like this, a very slight. It's like, that's what it does. It's like, are you serious?
It was standing.
Either this is the greatest case in history or it's the biggest scam ever.
Got you.
But yeah, it's like I don't.
What
she's
is
not
her
capable.
background? Anything about her specific or anything?
I think she's in health.
I think she's actually works in food service in like a healthcare facility.
Okay.
So she's also a musician. So she had, some happenings where things would get manipulated a little bit, sounds coming from musical instruments, but we found her to be very, very credible. And even one of the captures on her camera, was it looked like as if you had taken the exact same figure, but took away the solid, and what you were left with was see-through. So those two combined, I even, clipped the two photos and put them side by side, and they same height, same outline, 2 different time frames.
Yeah. And she's had a number of times where she caught it, so it's not like just one and done. It's, there's several. So so that's
most of the captures where she wasn't home, but that one particular capture where she's folding laundry or doing something simple, just a simple task, and this thing, it pulls, you can see it go out into the hallway, and then go back, and you're like, wow, and she didn't even react. Yeah,
we're going back though.
We're gonna go back.
We're going back, and might send in some different investigators on it off the team, because everybody has
a different experience,
strengths, and
stuff. Different strengths, like you guys said. Yeah, you guys have different abilities and senses and whatnot.
Yeah. Is she freaked out?
No, she seems very comfortable with it. Nothing's been threatening. She sent us tons of videos before we even went there from, a ball just rolling by itself, a dog toy just launching out of a room,
rocking chair
moving, the dog reacting.
But she
to something.
takes it in stride. And it's like, and she lives alone.
She lives alone. She sees all this stuff happening and is calm about it.
Yeah, very unusual, very low key, but she feels okay about it.
She was just happy, and after Betty sent her the report, Betty did an amazing report that included videos and in our findings, and she was so gracious just to be like, okay, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, this proves to me that there's something else out there, and that spirits do need a little bit of assistance from time to time.
And she said, share whatever you want to share because the world needs to know.
That's what she said. Yeah. Yep.
Is her
we wouldn't be talking about this if she didn't give us.
Is her reaction normal?
No.
I mean, for sure that I've encountered people before that said, "Don't get rid of them. I actually like them."
Yeah.
But she was very calm based on what, I mean, if I saw a full body apparition on my security camera, I would not be calm at all.
Exactly. That's why I would kind of question in the sense of her sanity.
Oh,
no,
she's artsy. She's artsy, man. The artsy people are like that. Huh?
Yeah.
You guys have you ever seen an apparition?
No, I have not. Not that I'm aware of.
Man, my twin and I were lost in the woods with our younger brother, so I don't know if it was imaginary. We were like lost in the woods for a night.
For a night?
Yeah, we took a shortcut. We took a shortcut through the woods. Huh?
Traumatizing.
Yeah, it was traumatizing. All I was worried about was it was crazy because
where was this at?
This was like in Deltona, so it was here.
Okay.
It was in Florida.
Right.
I think we were 12, 13 years old. So we were like in 8th grade or something like that. And so we were taking a shortcut. We took the shortcut to the basketball courts with bikes easily. We got there easily. So we were going through it. Everything. It was the craziest thing. It was like the Blair Witch Project. Because everything looked the same. We kept circling around. We're like, we were just here. And it kept getting darker. The crazy thing about it is my mom's friend from New York, her son was with us because he came to spend the summer with us.
Okay.
So it was like, holy crap. All I was thinking was my mom's going to have to my twin brother and I were thinking my mom's going to have to deal with having someone else's kid under her watch, and her kid, her sons go and take him and get lost. I wasn't even worried about us or my little brother. I was like, oh yeah, we did. It was a school night. So I was like, we got to hurry up. And we left the bikes. Finally, we abandoned the bikes and we're like, we got to make sure that he gets to school. My younger brother, Shawnee, we have to make sure he gets to school.
Okay.
So when we came out, the cops were finally there, right? And they found us like butchered and mosquito bites and what have you. So they assisted us going home. And they're like, man, you don't get the credit. We finally got out of this. But in the midst of it, at night, I could have sworn we both, Ricardo and I, my twin brother, we both thought we saw like a apparition of a man with a helmet. But it was weird.
You never know.
Was it pointing you to the way out or anything? Was there something?
Well, it was weird because we stood on shoulders.
You did what?
We stood on shoulders. We had each other on shoulders to look over. The bushes were it's in the woods. It was so high.
Oh.
So we had each other up, so we put it. Gosh, it sounds so ridiculous right now.
It does sound weird.
It was terrifying. Okay, you sounds like something out of a cartoon. We put each other on each shoulder, each other's shoulders to look over, and we saw like a light, but it could have been a street light. I don't know. We thought, oh man, there's a house in the woods, and then all of a sudden we looked up, like going over, and we said, oh, there's. He wasn't pointing at anything. It just looked like a dark figure with a helmet. It was all dark, and standing there that we almost freaked out and went back down. So I don't know if it was imagination.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh. Wow, a helmet. Huh.
Yeah, but you know what?
Darth Vader. Did it breathe heavy?
No, I was thinking more like a motorcyclist, like the Wrath or something. I don't know. It was like that type of motorcycle helmet, or it was like a motorcycle helmet.
Yeah, the Wraith.
Yeah, the Wraith. There you go. You remember that? The Wraith.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. What'd you ask?
Like wooded rural Florida. Where are you?
Yeah. It was.
Deltona back in those days was very rural.
Yeah, it was very rural.
Yeah,
it's like one of the biggest cities, right? Cities in Volusia County.
It is, yeah.
So it was very rural, and they were just building stuff there.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was.
Yeah, back in those days, it would have been very woody.
Yeah, it was very woody. It's so woody. Very woodsy.
Woodsy.
Yeah, there we go. It was very woodsy. Yeah, so it was traumatizing. I was just thinking about them damn bikes. That's all.
Gotcha.
Did you get the bikes?
No, we didn't get the bikes, and Mama never got us any more bikes.
It's kind of a sad story.
Yeah, it is a sad story. Now our bikes, my bikes are probably ghosts around there if they didn't make a development or anything in the apartments, or what knows what they built there now. But yeah,
The guy with a helmet long sold them.
he's actually probably riding them every night. The apparition.
Exactly.
Who knows?
So, is there any way we can get that video of what the lady saw?
Did you send that video?
I didn't.
Not that one.
No, I was asking. You. Yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't want to sound unprepared. That's why I asked.
Oh,
because you're like, can we send? I was like, well, I don't know if she sent the video, but yeah,
not that one. Yeah.
Yes.
I can send it to you because she said share what you want to share.
I was gonna ask,
but I'm sure there's going to be a ton of naysayers, and we sort of were at first, honestly. But after meeting her and spending time and capturing what we caught, I think it's legit. Honestly, I'm, phase 2 of this whole thing is another investigation, but we are going to offer, and she's going to take us up on it. I'm going to set up my own security cameras. I have a couple, and it'll actually join right into my personal account that I have, so I can monitor if there's movement or a person or anything. And she's agreed. We're going to obviously aim cameras, not into her bedroom or anything like that, but cover the areas that this,
I was just wondering, why did she set up 5? Why did she set up 5 cameras in the first place?
And where the apparition has been seen is a living room area anyway. But I'm just, we're going to just set up the cameras and let them go, because I am a complete believer that, if you change the energy of the location, that it could kind of screw up the works. I hate to say it that way, but let those cameras run just like hers, blend into hers, and let her go about her day to day. And so what we want to do is capture it on our equipment.
Right.
Then we know.
But you guys said she had 5 cameras set up in the beginning. Was it because of all this, or did she just...
Well, it's a rough neighborhood, and there's been a lot of break-ins. Hate to go down that road, but it's not the greatest, safest place.
Gotcha.
And so I guess everybody in the neighborhood knows that she's outfitted the place with security cams, so they don't break in.
Oh, gotcha.
And then she may have set up more once she realized she was starting to get some alerts.
Yeah, some activity.
But so it might be a combination of the two, between security and that. It certainly, I can't blame her. I'd be all about that,
Yeah, for sure.
No, absolutely. No, I was just wondering. And is that coffee?
All right, we're ringing.
Yeah, could you get the phone?
Is that a ghost?
It's probably a telemarketer.
I was like, yeah.
So
it's the bat. It's like the bat line. You remember the Batman show? The Batman and Robin. It's like the bat line
with the red phone.
1930s phone on the wall.
Really? That's what I'm saying. Sounds like
the one with the little thing on the side. You gotta crank it up.
Not that old. That's probably 1900s. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it sounds like the bat line.
Yeah, we'll get back to him.
It's the guy in the helmet.
So I tell you this, when I played the one you sent us with about asking about the podcast, by going on the podcast.
Yeah.
I played it like 4 times, and I heard it, and I was like, wow, it did say something. And I played it for Kara, my wife, and she was like, I didn't hear anything. I said, you got to listen.
Yeah.
Listen very closely.
Yeah.
And then she heard it, but she still didn't believe. But I said, listen, the ladies from Pine,
Yeah.
they are serious.
Yeah, is it Pine or because we were trying to introduce you guys? Is it Pine or is it Piney? Because you guys have the hyphen.
P-I-N-E.
It's P-I-N-E, and that's just the way the founder originally set it up.
Yeah.
It does spell pine,
Yeah,
but there's
but-
that little hyphen in there.
Yeah, so it's like Piney.
P-I-N-E, yeah.
Okay.
So we just, it's kind of weird, but we don't care what you call us.
Right.
Is
But I know this. You guys
Piney
take
it
this
is.
serious, though. You take this very
piney.
serious.
Well, not piney. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like piney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds
No,
very
that's your thing, right?
whiny.
Well, that's for the helmet. That's
Okay.
for, you know what I mean? It's
Gotcha.
for the helmet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you were saying these women from
Oh,
Pine.
yeah, I know they take it very serious. They do
do.
scientific, and they do all the right things versus just trying to do it just to be famous. They're doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, well, we knew that from the fact that you guys didn't want to, you were very you were worried about your confidentiality with your clients.
Residentials.
Yeah, you didn't want to share without having permission. So we knew that you weren't off the bat like, hey, yes, I have all this ton of evidence. Here, put it out there into the ether.
Yeah.
So we picked up on that it has to,
Yeah, no, we're totally serious. I mean, a lot of the media stuff we do
Yeah.
is fun, but it's the real thing drives us, and I mean, that's just exciting in itself is to go out there and be in the moment and investigate and see what you can find,
Yeah.
and then you hear stuff or feel stuff. It's pretty darn exciting, and we're serious about it too.
Got you. Actually, that brings me to what I had to say because I tell you, my twin brother, he's like, he heard the first show and he was like, Reg, you're an idiot. I go, why? He goes, you told him that you had the sleep paralysis, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Tom? He was like, why don't you explain it more? He's like, I'm sitting there. He's very critical of everything I do. He was like, why don't you tell them more in detail? So basically, what happened with the sleep paralysis, like we talked about before, is I had it experienced in one night, and this is Deltona is very dark. It has like a dark energy. Have you been you've ever noticed that with Deltona?
No, I've only passed through.
You've passed through. Lucky you. Deltona is very dark energy, and a couple serial killers too.
Okay.
A couple serial killers are in Deltona. Well, have been in Deltona, but it's just a weird dark energy in there. Like my mom, the house we lived in, the cell service was bad. I don't know if that counts for anything. Have you guys noticed anything that has any dark energies that the cell phone reception would be bad or no?
Well, if that's the case, half of Vermont would be dark energy.
No, if it's normally good,
I got
and then
one
all
bar right
of a-
now.
then all of a sudden it's bad. That's different.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
That's not scientific, by the way.
it is scientific. I'm telling you, it's scientific. So it had bad like cell service. Anytime someone would come, it would drop. It just had a bad energy. Okay, a bad vibe somewhere. So basically, when the thing happened to me at night, I think it happened to me like two nights in a row when I was a teenager. And I told him the next day about it. I was like, man, I was calling for you. You didn't hear me. This was when we were teens. So, we had the same bed. We were in the same bedroom. You know what I mean? We shared a room. Don't judge. We shared a room. So anyway, he was next. He was over here in his bed. And I was over here in mine. I was like, it's weird because I tell you, my body floated up. I felt my body flow up. I felt this evil thing talking to me. And I was trying to say his name or not. I was trying to ask him for help. He didn't respond. So then I told him after it happened, like I said, 2 days in a row or maybe a night off, a night on. And then it happened to him right after that. And he was pissed because he was like, dude, you told me and it happened right to me right after that. Is that common? Do you think? Like, you can catch a sleep paralysis like a cold?
Like, I don't know.
I don't know. The fact that you both got it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
us being
little bit
twins, do
more.
you think? Yeah, because we're twins or no? What are you looking
You
at?
guys
It
were
might
just
be.
making that up.
I swear to
Hard to
God.
know. It's hard
No,
to know.
it's hard to know.
And,
yeah.
but maybe there was something paranormal going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are in the same space.
You
Yeah.
seem to be more open, like it was with your twin when you saw the guy with the helmet, and maybe it's something to do with your energy too.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Wow. And I just thought, I thought we were just,
Making it up?
No, I thought it was twin.
Seeing things?
I thought we were just cool because we're twins. Jerk. Anyhow, so with the going back to the New Hampshire lady, does she want you guys to rid the ghost, or is she comfortable with the ghost being there because it's a friendly ghost or friendly spirit? Excuse me.
She wants her. She is wondering why. Her question is, why is this woman? Because she's caught the woman asking for help
Okay.
as well. And so this woman just keeps asking for help. And so she's like, why is it asking me?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the question. And the thing is, and we caught all this help and stuff and she has a very distinct old lady gruff voice. Almost sounds like she was a smoker or a drinker or something for many years. So she may not know she's dead. She may be asking for help for a number of reasons. Maybe she's in pain. We don't know why, other than her asking for wine.
Yeah.
Don't know why what she wants help with, but the best thing for her, for this woman who keeps asking for help, is to be passed on.
But yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what
Because she just, whatever it is, she's in agony and she wants help. So Therese, the client, is helping her by having the investigation, by validating. And so we have suggested some next steps for her to be able to pass the at least the old lady on, because that's going to remedy whatever it is that she needs help with.
Yeah.
But you do believe there's two spirits. You believe there's a male and
At least two.
At least two.
There's definitely a man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we sent you,
You
some
might have
clips
cut,
too.
the vocal
Right.
that we got
Yeah.
with male for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the do it for doing your thing.
Yeah, do it. Yeah,
Definitely.
do it.
Sheila as
And
well.
then there was some others, or at least one other we sent that was
Some kind
male.
The one you brought, there was one that you did in your past. You said it said "come back" or something. I'm here. Or what was it?
I am here.
I'm
come
I'm
here.
here.
back.
I'm
Come
here.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different case.
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Very monotone. Very, and sometimes that's the way it comes through. Is like there's no soul to it.
Yeah.
Very monotone. I am here. Come back. Like, where's the soul? Where's the variation? And
Yeah.
and that was outside. That was in the woods. So that is like really different than being in a house. Like that is free floating. That is out there, and you can hear us walking. And if you post that clip, you'll hear us walking away after we had just asked for it to make itself known.
Yeah.
And didn't get anything, or we thought we didn't, and then we start walking, and then the voice comes in that says that they're there.
Yeah. Come back.
Hey,
Crazy.
Are you
Yeah, it is
always?
crazy.
Are you shocked that you guys are numb to it now when you hear a voice or see something happen? Is it like almost like a new experience every time for you, or is it? You know,
It's
Absolutely.
exciting.
It is exciting.
Mhm.
Because keep in mind, a lot of this too, we don't even hear when we've spent the time and we're at the investigation. Not one clip that you got from us is something that we experienced live while it actually happened.
Oh.
It's after we've gotten home, loaded the audio, all the video, and we're listening to every single second.
Yeah.
And so that makes it all worthwhile. Because sometimes it can be disappointing when you've traveled 2 hours, spend all these, hours there, had high hopes, and then you're like, well, that was sort of a disappointment. And you leave and you're like, well, that was kind of a bummer. And then you also feel guilt if you don't produce anything for the homeowner.
Yeah.
Right.
They were really like, oh yeah, prove it. And then to capture this stuff, again, it's like treasure hunting. And I refer to this all the time. Like, there's guys out there on the beach with a metal detector and get so excited for that one quarter,
Yeah.
And I get so excited when you capture something. And then when you get something that's a word, that's even better. I mean, we get a lot of
You get
breaths.
charged. It's a rush.
It's a
and
rush.
then you want more rushes.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I can see that.
You get
It
a lot
is.
of what you said, Karen? A lot of breath?
We'll get things like a breath or
Okay.
a sound or a hum, but to get something that forms a sentence,
Yeah.
or 2 or 3 words put together, or even a complete word, that class A EVP, where you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it's intelligent, it's answering a question or expressing an emotion. That's what you're waiting for. I mean, the Holy Grail is an apparition, which we've yet to personally capture on our own camera.
Gotcha.
Still, here's hoping.
Yeah. We're gonna
But,
keep trying.
You're gonna get it.
We're gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
she captured
Uh-huh.
at the investigation she did, and you've got a copy of the "I'm Here, Come Back." That's probably one of the best that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
On tape, and I
It's the
wasn't there. I
longest.
wasn't part of the case.
You have to really listen on that one and try and put headphones on or earbuds.
No, I definitely heard it. I didn't even have headphones on. You heard it too?
I heard it without, like, you're on the clip. It says, wear headphones, but I heard it without headphones. I made sure I put it up to my ear, and I was like, I heard it.
Yeah, isn't that weird? And that's a dead person talking.
And a bottle of wine lets you know.
Bottle of wine.
Fun stuff after death.
Yeah.
Do you
Like,
think?
I don't think she knows she's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like she's.
Well, you guys should have went like
one.
this. You guys should have poured some for her.
Should have had we have known in real time.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Gosh darn it. Yeah. Right. Don't
We were
look at me
actually
like
talking
that.
about that. Like, should we burn
Pour-
cigarettes?
Yeah.
Or wine? Like,
Yeah.
things that are people's guilty pleasure in
Yeah.
life could be guilty and pleasure in death. I'm like, should you just have some wine out there? You
Yeah.
know? We'll burn sometimes a scented candle. We're like, well, maybe they can smell scents. You never
Yeah.
know. You try everything to try to generate a response.
Are you going to try that the next time you go, as far as the bottle of wine, just to see if she reacts off of that? I would.
I would.
Yeah, that'd be.
Might have a sip myself.
Like, I'm happy to try, Little ghost party, you never know.
Yeah.
But
Do you think, just from your experience, do you think because they're younger spirits, just like adults, so they have to be like baby ghosts or baby spirits? Excuse the term, because I know you guys like spirits versus ghosts. You think ghosts is very commercialized, very cheesy. I do remember. Do you guys like? Do you think it's more so experienced? So let's say there's a ghost, it's someone that's been passed away for a couple of years, and they may just be able to respond with a grunt or a breath, versus someone that's been past, dead for 50 years, 5 decades or whatever, that they can actually form a word or a sentence because they've probably grown up or
I've never thought of that.
I've never thought of that.
I've never. I don't know.
I mean, I think
That's a good question. I've never thought about length of time. Of death. I don't think so. But
I mean,
I've never.
Right. It's evident that different spirit activity has different
abilities.
energy levels.
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously you've seen all the paranormal shows. I mean, some have the ability to slam a door, move an object. Others, it's all they can do to get a simple, word out. So,
Well,
it's hard to know. No, I've never thought about that, but that's an interesting theory.
Oh, okay.
Well, what happened to your friend? You had the guy who was possessed. Did you ever follow up with him? See how he's doing?
Oh, did you ever get rid of that possession, that ghost?
I think he's fine now. He's out of state.
She's like, I don't
He's
call
out
him
of
anymore.
state.
What do you mean?
No, I don't.
That he don't call, she don't write.
He doesn't want anything to do with the paranormal.
Oh, really? Oh, at all?
Yeah, and that's not unusual. No.
So what, he moved or what happened?
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
using
he moved away, out of state, and he doesn't want to talk about it, and he doesn't want to go down that road anymore.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah. So it's probably based in fear, I imagine.
Gotcha. But he's clear of it, right? He was clear of it when
He's
he left?
clear of it.
Oh, okay. So it was more so the house or wherever he was at.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Did he ever see the video?
No. Never will.
No.
Is the video gone?
No.
Oh, okay.
And no.
And he was like, no, we're not going to ask to see the video. We're not going to ask to see the
I knew where you
video.
were going.
No. No, he was going there.
I might have asked.
We did send you one of our famous ones,
Oh, okay.
Which one?
The museum one?
Fartgate.
Oh,
What did you say?
oh my God.
The famous Fartgate episode.
Did you listen?
Did you? Because I can play that for you right now.
Okay, go
Play it
for
right
it.
now.
Yes.
Aaron, why don't you set up the scenario?
Oh my God, this is so funny.
Yeah.
So this was another case where we were at a museum.
Okay.
We were contacted by employees that they were having spirit activity.
Okay.
And so we went, it was the other side of Lake Champlain, long way over there. And there was one male on the case, but it was a primarily female team. We didn't get much in personal, not barely any personal stuff. So, you know, come 1:30 in the morning, you can tell it's getting funny. So come 1:30 in the morning, I'm leading this team. And it's time to do the final, you know, push of EVP sessions. And we go into this one room, not terribly far from the lobby. I don't know what you're laughing at, boys, but it's about to get funny. But anyway, there's 3 of us females in this one room.
Okay.
Just, you know, asking questions. And we start to get a little slap happy because by this point we've probably had tons of sugar in between.
Yeah.
And then one of our investigators, I'm not going to name her, but she's no longer with the team. Oh, you're not pointing at me. It's not me. Has an unfortunate incident.
Slip.
Slip.
Oh my God.
Like gaseous emission, I will say.
Oh.
And I, having the maturity of a 14-year-old, goes, "Did you just fart?" And I start laughing, as does the other 2 women. So you hear laughing, but then you hear, and keep in mind, all females. Our one male is probably way up in another room looking at a computer, and the voice that overlayers ours right there is a male voice.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. You'll have to hear it.
Okay, I'm going to play it.
All
Let's
right.
see if
Okay.
you can hear it.
Let's see if you can hear it.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm going to turn my phone up. Wait.
I have to play it a couple times.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Like it. It sounds a little bit bullshit. Just fart.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
It goes, hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's a creepy, and there's only
I think it goes,
Hell yeah. That's what it sounds like. Hell
I still
yeah.
think farts are funny in the afterlife.
Oh my
Exactly
God.
right.
They never grow up, okay? I'll play that part.
Play
again.
it one more time.
Go back to the beginning.
Yeah. Go back from the
Okay.
Like it. It sounds a little bit bullshit. Just fart.
Yeah. I hear it. Yeah. Did you guys hear that? You guys heard that live though?
Oh,
Oh wow.
no. So we're laughing, and I get home.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know, I'm wound up after a case, and I can't quite go to sleep. So sometimes I'll just start listening to audio.
Mm-hmm.
And this might have been one of those cases I told you that my husband, who used to be the skeptic, I'd be like, "Oh my God." And I take the headphones and I'm like, "Listen."
Yeah.
So first he's laughing because I set the thing up. I'm like, "Listen, okay, there was a little, you know, escape artist there." And then he's like, "Holy beep.
Yeah.
That is amazing."
Wow.
What you can't hear and doesn't come across well in audio is that after this male voice goes, "Hell yeah," then you hear
Oh.
really deep voice. And I know it's not this guy, Jim, who was part of our team. He's you know, a whole nother floor away watching the monitors.
Yeah.
And other than that, it was all females.
This is fairly close to
This
the
is
audio.
right. This is right in the room. And
Yeah.
we were in a room no bigger than the room we're in right now.
So
And
it was in the room with you, and you guys did this thing where you started laughing, but you couldn't hear that.
we never
No, they
heard
can
it.
hear it. They
I
heard
only
it
heard it on playback.
when she played back when she was with her husband in bed. That's when she heard it in playback.
So I heard it. And then, of course, so we load all of our audio onto programs that we can clip it and then email it to the team. I'm like, "Hey, everybody, take a listen." Of course,
Yeah.
the poor girl on our team, she's no longer on our team.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
I did my best to try to
Yeah.
clip it, but, you know, you kind of need to it's important that you have, you know, several seconds before an EVP,
Yeah.
several seconds after an EVP. to really give you a good capture. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I have to sacrifice your ability on this one.
All I had to say is if we're investigating and there's a sound like that while I'm there, the ghost did it. It's not really okay.
No,
Right?
I do find it funny that, oh my God, we were laughing.
Is that the reason she's no longer part of the investigation?
No,
team?
she moved away.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're like, oh,
quickly after.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's one of the funny ones.
I would have just said the ghost made me do it. He tickled me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Something.
I totally would have done that.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny.
But you know, again, true EVP, you don't hear with your ears. It's later on. It's laid down. It's, you know, comes in at a different decibel level or something, and it's laid down on our electronics, but we don't hear it.
Yeah. I remember in the last interview we talked about if you have a ghost in the house, you don't use your own audio recorder. You mentioned that once.
Well, it's not about not
Use it. You
about
should use
using
it.
your audio. It's just like it's probably best not to go down that path.
Yeah.
Like to start like doing audio recording period or any of that. It's almost better to bring somebody else in, because if you're communicating with it, it's just going to increase that communication and get stronger.
Yeah.
So that's something you don't want to do. You don't want to increase the communication. You're saying
You don't want to turn your home into a location of ghost hunting, that you're personally ghost hunting or paranormal investigating your own home. You want your home to be your sanctuary.
Yeah.
If you're having a problem, have us come in or somebody.
Yeah, you don't want a
come in.
personal relationship with your ghosts.
Right.
So
we talked about Ouija boards and that kind
Yes.
of stuff.
Right.
It's opening pathways of communication to the spirit world.
Yeah.
And I certainly would not be doing it in my own home.
Yeah.
And even cases where we've told
It's a
you
little too close.
it's a little too close. And even when we feel we might have brought the energy home, I'm not interested in playing paranormal investigator in my own home.
No.
Got you. So there's two things I wanted to ask before I forget. Do you think the lady, because I got ears, man. Do you think Teresa? Do you think that she? Look at that. She's like, don't.
First of all, that was a total slip.
Yeah, it
Just
was.
So you know, the director
Thanks for
slipped.
bringing that in.
Thanks for
We're
bringing
supposed to say
that in.
I know. I'll remove
You
it.
won't know,
I will
but
remove it.
she's
So
really
No, it's okay.
So the person that you had, do you think her adding more cameras and whatnot increased the activity and made her stuff more of a paranormal activity?
More of a magnet?
Yeah,
More of a
yeah.
magnet?
Because she increased the volume as far as recorders and whatnot.
But
I
she
know.
wasn't communicating with it. Like she wasn't doing like sessions.
Oh,
She was just running the cameras.
So she
Period. She wasn't like, she wasn't sitting there going, "Hey, talk to me." This
okay.
and that. So I think it's a fine line, but she kept it where it needed to be.
Gotcha.
these cameras again only hit on motion, so she can come home and just like if you have a Nest camera,
Yeah.
you can scroll through and say motion, 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 and she'll go through and she'll look for the motions or the person.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's a person in her home, she lives alone. That's
Gotcha.
gonna put the antennas up. But me having done the interview with her, I don't think living in this apartment is her first experience with this. I think it's kind of followed her for a long time.
Yeah.
I think she may be sensitive to it.
Yeah,
Maybe
you think she's
energy's-
open to it.
the
Yeah.
energy's
Yeah.
drawn her way,
Absolutely.
but she's in no means communicating or trying to draw it in. She's just, listen, I live in the middle of the woods of Vermont and I got 4 cameras. So this lady lives in not the nicest of neighborhoods and has
You said
probably
5.
6.
You said 5.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none unheard of.
Okay, but you were also, so when you were asking the question, you meant just recording or you meant asking?
I meant
Pressing record or just,
Yeah, I meant just recording.
but not like trying to communicate.
Yeah, just recording in general.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
that okay just to record in general?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think so. Totally.
Okay, and the second question I had before I do forget, because you guys mentioned it last time and you just did it again, and thank you for reminding me. You have a ritual, you said. So when you're done with these cases, you go to your car. What is your ritual when you go to your car to shake this thing off so it increases the chance of it not following you home? What do you guys do?
I open my windows and give it ample space to go. And I just say, you're not welcome to follow me home.
Okay.
If there's any, energy in this car, I ask you to leave and stay where you are. And basically that, like, I don't do the prayers or anything. We really don't. It's just a don't follow me. But I also go into this, I call it a mental muscle. I kind of go in and say, I'm look at myself like I'm a piece of steel. Nothing is going to follow me. It bounces off me. And it's the way I approach an investigation. I'm not interested in absorbing the energy. I want to capture it and be an effective paranormal investigator, but I don't need it to piggyback, follow me home, and be part of my world at all.
And I feel like I'm in a bubble. Like I try to feel like there's a bubble around me.
Gotcha.
Actually, the whole night, I just have that feeling that there is, and I try to maintain that. And if there's any trouble when I get home, I deal with it, which happens a couple times. But I just, and I think a lot of it is your mental attitude towards it. Other people may be more susceptible, but I hate to say that and jinx myself too.
I got you. So it's more so, it's almost like you're setting not a bar, but a frequency of protection, because you visualize it. You're visualizing something, a protection, a wall, a barrier.
Yeah.
So it all has to play with frequency and I think frequency.
I sometimes wonder if it's not a little bit of I jinx myself. Like, I don't personally have a lot of personal experiences on cases where other people have, touched, hair was touched, door was pushed behind them. I have almost no experience. I've probably had one experience on maybe two, a voice and then another little experience. But I sort of feel like maybe I arm myself too much, that I always say, maybe I'm ghost kryptonite. I don't know. But, but I've always gone in because I'm not interested in having this follow me home. I don't want to be that one investigator and it's happened. We've had somebody on our team get really sick afterwards. And
were they infatuated, you think, as far as infatuated with the paranormal? That, because some people have that interest that it's almost romanticized, like, oh, I want to connect with it on a different level, versus like you guys approach it scientifically.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody on our team is pretty scientific, and we've done it so much that it isn't a romanticized thing. Yeah,
that's long gone.
That's kind of more, I don't know, I think of it as a groupie thing or somebody, something, there were certain requirements to get on our team, and it has to be people that are doing it coming from the right space in their head. And I don't know how else to say that, but I don't know if that makes sense. But it can't be a romanticized thing. There's curiosity. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a romanticized thing, but there's curiosity, but it can't be, obsession.
Got you, but you've never, let's say, because there's always one bad apple, one bad sheep in the group. There's not been someone that's joined your team that had ulterior motives, that had stronger force, that wanted to take it to that level, or no?
No, I don't. Not currently.
Certainly not since in all the years that she's been running it, because she does the interview process. It's not easy to join our team.
Yeah, Betty's like, do you love ghosts?
It's not easy. Yeah, exactly.
Do you love them?
Scale from 1 to 10.
We all
what do you
meet
love?
Everybody before they join, and we don't add people just to add people. We need to be.
It's pretty tough. We got a long waiting list, and we're very picky, and not to sound like we're a bunch of snobs.
No, you guys go.
But you're taking this team into people's homes.
Right.
Yeah. And you got to be sure who you got.
Yeah, you don't want any kleptomaniacs. I hear you.
Do you have like a psych evaluation?
And to answer your question, we have had cases where, one of the investigators have had a physical ailment occur during an investigation. So maybe that paranormal energy affected them in a certain way. Nausea, lightheaded. Yeah. We had one case in New York where we had one gentleman who is on our team right now and 3 females. It was myself and 2 others. And all 3 females within the first hour of being there came down with such severe flu-like symptoms. Mm-hmm. And I had the car, I drove, I met everybody. It was so quick and so like chills, felt like a fever, nausea, all this, that I couldn't even drive home.
How quick are we talking about? Like 15,
let's see,
30?
We were there for at least an hour to an hour. It takes us about an hour to an hour and a half to set up cameras. Cameras were set up. We started the investigation. We were probably 2 to 2.5 hours in.
Okay.
So that's pretty quick. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
And they were fine
And-
before. No one was sick before.
no one was sick before at all. We had, during the walkthrough, one of our investigators had experience where she walked into a bedroom.
Okay.
And as she left, the door pushed her out. Like the door closed behind her and like, get the hell out kind of thing. And so she told us about it. We're like, wow, that's kind of crazy. You know, I won't lie. The house wasn't tidy. There were definitely a lot of cats. It wasn't the litter box smell that we were dealing with, but it had 3 of us go down quickly to the point. I typically don't like to sit by the monitor. I like to be out investigating, but I'm like, you know what? I volunteer. I'm going to sit by the monitor. I grabbed every person's coat. I had it on me. I started to shiver. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then in my ear, I heard, hi.
Whoa.
Like, okay. That was in my ear. And I never have experiences like that. I'm pretty, you know, I don't make stuff up. Like, I'm like, wow, I just heard a hi. And then I spoke to the other team members, and one by one, the 2 girls like, I don't feel well. I don't feel well. Only the male felt fine. And again, I'm not naming names, but of course you can, you know, certainly go to our website. But one of the guys on our team was like, okay, I've had enough.
It's okay to mention.
All right, it was Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin's really like great guy, smart, and he just took a look around. He goes, you guys are going down one by one. We're out of here. And I don't care how, you know, haunted the place is. We have to be safe. You know?
Yeah, that was going to be my next
And
question.
he
They didn't like women or something.
They didn't like women or something was going on. So we all get in the car. We pack everything up. You know, we're all shivering. And we had to cross, I think it was the Champlain Bridge or something. It was some bridge that crosses from New York into Vermont. And I couldn't drive. I could not drive my car. I felt that sick.
Wow.
We left the house. It was probably 15 minutes to the bridge. At the halfway point, it was like all 3 of us, it all went away. It was like nothing ever happened. The chills were gone. The feeling of a fever was gone. The nausea was gone. I'm like, I actually feel fine. I'll drive.
That is
And all 3 of
freaky.
us. It was the weirdest
That's really freaky.
thing. And you know, we've had other folks on different types of you know, stuff that, you know, start to feel ill.
But on that case, did you guys ever revisit it, or no? You just left it alone?
No, that case, that was one that we're like, you know, we'll pass that on to a team
Right.
closer to them, you know.
So who do you pass that on to, though? Like, what type of team?
No taps.
Well, we do. I only refer to TAP's family
Okay.
teams. And
Gotcha.
there are other teams out there. I mean, you can Google all you want. But because we know what it takes, we had to go through it.
Yeah.
Eddie went through it to get us onto this team. We only refer because we know that we're sending a team in that's legit,
Yeah.
safe,
In for the right reasons.
in for the right reasons.
And for a case like that, do you ever follow up with the TAPS member? Like, hey, we had this experience. Do you guys touch, connect dots or compare notes and say, did you guys experience the same thing?
Yeah, I have. So the TAPS family, we mostly, seems like we get a lot of Massachusetts hits. And so I've developed a friendship with a guy that runs the TAPS family, and it's Quabbin Valley Paranormal. Great group of people, by the way, if you ever want to chat with them. Jerry from Quabbin. I chat with him a ton. And so a lot of times he'll pass stuff my way, and he'll always call me and say, hey, remember this case? He'll fill me in. You know, sometimes it was a legit case. Sometimes it was a big bunch of malarkey. And he'll fill me in, and he's one that gets a lot of dark cases. So sometimes he'll fill me in on what he's doing, you know, more demonology, all that stuff I like to hear about, but don't want to go to.
Keep it away.
They're a great team. And I'm giving them a shout out, but they're a really good team. And only because I talk with him all the time, because we seem to get a ton. Remember we said New England, you know, New England, the moment you put that in, we get a lot of hits, but we want to make sure that clients are tended to quickly. So we have to put them with sister teams if they're down near Boston or anything like that.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
No, it definitely is. I know you wanted to ask him a question to you before about the orbs. Didn't you want to ask about the orbs?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on orbs?
Oh boy, orbs.
Yes.
Would you please look at my photo of orbs?
We look at the orb.
Yeah, sure. Send it to me. We get this all the time. It's okay. Your orbs are not your grandfather. It's not your aunt. It's not somebody visit. Your orbs are dust, moisture. They're.
I mean, come on, Betty. If you squint and close one eye, you'll see a face in one.
I know. don't send us pictures of orbs because they just. I mean, unless it's going by waving hi, don't send it to us, okay?
Yeah.
Like, because it can be anything from just dust in the air to moisture to. Well, I mean, bugs. People all the time have cam. Everybody's got a cam now. And bugs go by the cam and they go, look at this flying orb. And I go, yeah, it's got wings.
Yeah. Let's clear up two things. If you have a security camera
Yes.
and you see the white glowing ball, that is probably a piece of dust. If your iPhone, you take a picture into any kind of light, namely the sun or the moon, and you see the green dot, that is not a spirit.
Yeah, it's the moon. It's the moon. It's the moon. Yeah.
We get lots of green dots sent our way. So.
Lens flare. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on fairies?
Oh, that's a tough one. I want to believe in fairies.
You do?
Yeah, I do. But
and the unicorns too.
I want to believe, but it's tough.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a lot of things I want to believe in, but
you don't want to believe in orbs, damn it.
no, I don't.
But fairies are cool.
It has wings.
We asked for. We kind of asked for a specific reason. There's a reason why we're asking.
I'm like.
So listen, one last question for you.
Yeah.
What is the most important? Like, if you only had one tool you could use when you're at a house for an event.
Okay.
What is the most important tool you would have to have? If you only have one.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Audio recorder.
Yeah. Audio recorder. But I would also say your attention. I would also say that your own self.
Yes.
Listen, use your ears, use your eyes, be aware, be in the moment. Audio recorder, hands down, yes.
Yes.
But be in the moment and keep alert. Because your body's the tool too. So, you want to, I mean.
You're the best tool.
Record it, but
You're the best tool.
Yeah. And take time to be quiet.
Did you just call me a tool?
Yeah. Did you just call me a tool? No. And take time to just absorb where you are. You don't always have to be moving and talking,
Listen.
Just listen.
Pay attention, watch.
Feel the energy change.
Don't let it's so easy after hours just to kind of.
But if the name of the game, listen, obviously we can, the human body is going to have experiences. You're going to feel it, smell something, whatever. Yeah. But if you're going to document it, have an audio recorder.
Got you. And not only that, I mean, things can happen. I mean, if you're not paying attention to yourself or your bowels, you can pass gas and alert a ghost. So,
there you go.
Don't ever.
And if you don't have an audio recorder, remember your phone has an audio.
Right,
you can
that's true.
Take audio right on your phone. So if you don't even have that and you're in a weird place and you want to do it, I'm talking about audio recording. You want to do it.
And honestly, on the note of noises, it's important, that one thing we do is called tagging. So we do on occasion go out to dinner, and if you make a poor choice, maybe it's pizza or Mexican.
Yeah.
An hour or so later, there's noises that happen. Not saying that, but grumbles and
right.
Your stomach makes noises, so it's really important that because your audio recorder is going. Well, a stomach growl to an audio recorder sounds like,
But we do it every time. We still make bad choices with food. So.
But we're always like, oh, that was me. So we get a lot of on playback. Oh, that was me.
Yeah,
that was me. Sorry, sorry, stomach, me. Sorry.
Here's the footage you all have been waiting for. Let us know what you think. Comment. Let us know whether you believe it's real. If it's not, if you have any footage like this that you'd like to share, let us know. This will conclude our last Weird and Wacky Wednesday episode of 2020. It's been a good one. See you guys later.
So now you guys are
I do
good.
have a small beef to pick with you guys.
No,
What is that?
no.
Bit.
Oh,
ahead,
shoot.
go ahead.
Technical difficulties. Oh, man.
Well, no,
Just a little one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Your intro talks about a Karen being a Karen. Really? What is with the Karen thing?
Hey, listen.
You're all very calm,
I am glad you brought that up.
cool,
Listen,
collected.
you're right. You're exactly right. And you know what?
Until you
that
piss
was
me off.
that was before me though.
Kidding.
That was before me.
No, but you know what? You're setting the standard for now. There's a new Karen in the house, and you're putting.
Yeah, there's a new Karen in the house.
And you know what I mean? You're changing how people perceive Karens right now.
But don't tell me when to put my mask on.
Exactly. Just saying, right?